A very good morning, my beloved student. So, how are you this morning, everyone? Good. And did you sleep well last night? Alright. So, teacher believe that you also reviewed the lesson last night as well. Okay. So, everyone, did you finish your breakfast? Okay. And did you prepare the material of learning like the textbook, pen, pencil, ruler? Okay. Especially the book that you are going to study for this session as well. Okay, so everyone, so what day is it today? Yes, so today is Thursday. Okay, July 30, 2020. Good. So based on the online schedule, so on Thursday for the first session we are going to study about grammar planetary. Very good. So it's against or opposite from yesterday. Like yesterday you study about hangout book for the first session, but for today you will study about grammar planetary for the first session. Okay, very good, student. So before we go deeply to the main part of the lesson, I would like to review all of you a little bit what you have learned yesterday, right? Good. So everyone, can you tell me what did you learn yesterday? Do not open a textbook, okay? By what you remember. So can you tell me what did you learn? Okay, yes, of course. So yesterday we have learned about the exercise practice, which is about in unit 15. Is it right? Good. So teacher believe that you can remember well, or you can know exactly about what you have learned in unit 15, right? Good. So it is about information question and also prepositions of time. Okay. All right, everyone. Now teacher would like you to get your attention. Okay, or teacher would like to draw your attention back to the main focus for today. It is about unit 15. What day is it? So everyone, now you can open the textbook on page 68. Okay. So today teacher will cover two sections, which is about the first one, read and write, use the questions in the box. And another part, it is about language station, which is about unit 13 up until unit 15. Okay, so everyone, now please open the textbook all together and we will practice the exercise all together. Good. Alright, so everyone, now if you open the textbook on page 68, you will see the first one. It is about writing launch, right? And it is about the exercise practice, okay, what you have learned in unit 15. Okay, so everyone, now let's move on to the first one. What is it about? So as you can see in the column here, you see the question, right? Okay, about the question that you are going to practice right now. And the question, it is about the first one, what day do you live? The second one, when will the trip end? Third one, when did your trip start? And the last one, what time does the plane leave? Okay, so everyone, these questions you have to choose, okay, to put in the correct sentence below. You see, so the first one, okay, where are you going? Where are you going after South Africa? So we will go to Madagascar. Okay, Madagascar. And number one, what day do you live? We live on Monday. Okay, and number two, blah blah blah. You have to choose the question in the box to complete in the sentence. So number two, we have the word it leaves at 2 o'clock. Number three, it started on January 10th. The last one, it will end on December 31st. Okay, good. So everyone, now you have to complete the exercise altogether. So you have to choose the question from the box to complete in here. Okay, so we have number one up until number 4. So now let's move on to the first one. Okay, so the first one, we live on Monday. So you choose the question. Yes, of course. What day do you live? Okay. So what day do you live? So this is about the question that you have to complete in number 1. What day do you live? So we live on Monday. So this is referred to the day, right? So you have to ask what day? What day? Okay. So what day do you live? So we live on Monday. You see? So we use preposition on with the day. See? So now let's move on to number 2 altogether. So number 2, the word. Okay, it lives at 2 o'clock. It lives at 2 o'clock. So they ask you about what, everyone? Can you guess? So you have to look at the sentence altogether. So we still have the first one. When will the trip end? When did your trip start? What time does the plane leave? Okay, so the correct answer is, the correct question is, of course, the last one. What time does the plane leave? Right? Good. So it is about number 2. So what time does the plane leave? Okay. So what time does the plane leave? They ask you about what? They ask you about time. Okay, the precise time, the exact time. So the answer is, it leaves at 2 o'clock. It leaves at 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, it is referred to the precise time, the exact time, right? So we use the preposition at. Good. So now let's move on to number 3 altogether. So number 3, it started on January 10th. So what is the question that you have to put in this sentence, everyone? So it started on January 10th. So the question is, yes, very good. So when, of course, the third one, when did your trip start? Right? Good. So it is number 3. So when did your trip start? Alright, so when did your trip start? It is about the general question in information question, is it right? Good. So when did your trip start? It started on January 10th. It is about past simple question, right? Yes, we just did. Alright. So now let's move on to the last one, number 4. So it will end on December 31st. So the question is about the last one, right? Good. So when will the trip end? Good. So when will the trip end? So when will the trip end, right? So it is about the information question, when. So when will the trip end? So the answer is, it will end on December 31st. Alright. So everyone, this is about the correct question, okay, that we put in the correct sentences. Alright, everyone, this is about the first session. So now let's move on to the last one. You can move on to language station. Good. So language station, we start from unit 13 up until unit 15. It is about connected, right? It connect from unit 13 up until unit 15. So do you still remember what you have learned in unit 13 up until unit 15, everyone? Good. So now to make sure that you remember, okay, about the lesson in unit 13 up until unit 15. So now let's review all together. So it is about the exercise practice regarding to the lesson that you have learned so far in the 3 units together. Okay, so everyone, now you have to look and circle. You have to look what? So you have to look at the picture and also the sentences in each picture. So you have to choose, or we can say we have to circle the correct answer. You have to circle only one correct answer. You see? Good. So everyone, we have 6 sentences. You have to read and look at the picture, and after that you have to choose only one correct answer. You see? Good. You got a point? All right. So now let's start together. So now let's move to the first one. Okay. Andy thinks it is the best, or it is the better bread. So anyone, now you have to choose only one. So which one is the correct answer, everyone? So Andy thinks it is the best, it is better bread. So which one is the correct answer, everyone? Good job. So the correct answer is the first one. Good. Why? Why we choose the first one? It is about what? Yes, of course, it is about superlative adjective, right? We choose the best. The best. Good. We do not choose better. Better we choose in comparative adjective. But we do not compare, okay, the two things together in one sentence. But we say that is the best one. Okay, good. So Andy thinks it is the best bread. You see, good. So it is about superlative adjective. So now let's move on to number 2, everyone. So number 2, Andy thinks it is the strongest animal. So which one is the correct answer, everyone? Whether the first one or the second one? So the correct answer is good. So the correct answer is the second one. Why? Just like the first sentence, it is about superlative adjective. You see? So it's not compare, okay, the two things in one sentence, in that sentence, right? It just focus about, which is about the strongest, okay, the highest degree of the sentence. You see? Good. So Andy thinks it is the strongest animal. Good. All right. So and now let's move on to number 3. The man's hair is darkest than Clara's hair. So everyone, you can know exactly about the answer, right? Good. So can you tell me what is the correct answer? Good. So it is about the first one. Good. The man's hair is darker than Clara's hair. So it's compare about what? About man's hair and Clara's hair. Is it right? Good. So it compares the two things in the sentence about hair. You see? It's compare man's hair and Clara's hair. And we also use the word then to compare the two things. You see? Good. You still remember, everyone? Good. So now let's move on to number 4. What time, what month did they go to the beach? So everyone, what is the lesson? Yes, it is in unit 15. So what time, what month did they go to the beach? So everyone, you can look at the answer, and after that you can know exactly about the correct answer, right? Good. So the answer of number 4, right? So they went at 10 o'clock. They went at 10 o'clock. So you know exactly about that, right? So which is the correct answer, everyone? Yes, of course. What time? Good. So what time they ask you about what? About the exact time, right? Good. So the answer, they went at 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, it is about the real time, the exact time, right? It's not referred to month, okay? It asks about time. So now let's move on to number 5. What time, what day did they go? What time, what day did they go? So now let's focus about what time and what day. So which one is the correct answer? What time, what day? Okay? So you can look at the answer. So they went on Saturday. So they went on Saturday. Saturday refer to? Yes, very good. The day. So it must be second one. You see? Good. So it is about what day? What day did they go? So they went on Saturday. You see? Easy, right? All right. So now let's move on to the last one. Last but not least is number 6. When And what month will they go home? When or what month will they go home? So you can look at the answer. They will go home on December 31st. Okay, so which one is the correct answer, everyone? Of course. So it is about when. When. About the general time, you see? Good. So when will they go home? Do not choose what month will they go home. Okay? Because we add, yes, of course, month with the date. So it is about the general time. See? Good. So everyone, this is about the exercise practice in Unit 15. Okay, so do you have any question regarding to the lesson for the first session, everyone? Good. And if you don't have any question, so teacher would like to end this video. Okay, and see you the second session altogether. Goodbye.